Fazio in Medford, Oregon, on the fourth district, and yet he's taking money from people that will benefit whenever mining shows up in Harney County that will gain profit. That's his connection to it. It's kind of funny how he wants to protect his future money that will come into his pocket. If not, he's received millions from them already for his own personal
Yeah,
use.
and Uranium One, I think they're out of Russia. Donated a whole bunch of money to Hillary's campaign.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
from uranium.
Uranium One. Uranium
Um,
One is a Canadian company that is solely controlled by the Russian entities.
okay,
And
there were some legislators that said civil disobedience is a virus, and that's a quote. That
that
it's a
is
virus. Have you heard about that?
that's our senators, our great senator Merkley from here. He's an bootstepping Obamaite that if Obama stops short, he's going to have his nose so far up Obama's ass he ain't going to be able to pull it out. He votes 100% party line. That's Merkley. Merkley is a freshman, first timer. He beat Gordon Smith in our area. I don't know how he won, but he did. He's pro government. He's pro. The liberals say they're not into the corporates, they're for the people. Bullshit. The liberals are corporate America. You look at any of their bank accounts, you will find corporate America in their bank account. Then we have Wyden. There's a piece of work. A virus. The Constitution is a virus that must be stomped out. That must be eliminated. And they want them to come down here and eliminate the military and eliminate the Constitution. You have heard people say, oh, the Constitution was written by old men. That's deceased. It no longer applies. It's to destroy the Constitution. The more they teach our kids, do they teach Constitution of the United States in America? No. I learned about the Constitution of the United States in Canada, grade 5, with Mr. Banford. An Australian teacher that, but it's not here in the United States. Why? Because you're dumbifying the citizens of the United States. Common Core is to dumbify the student. Now, the stupider the people are, the more they will be buying. It's like my friend here talked about is a hog farm. If you have hogs and you feed them so much good feed that's liberal BS, and then you pull them away and feed them more nutritious feed that is conservative constitutionalist policies, and feed them this and show them that they're free through the gate. All you got to do is walk through the gate. I guarantee you that hog's going to turn around and go back to the trough of freedom for them. Free stuff, free college, free everything. So the American people are like hogs. We're being fatted up on conservative, liberal values, and not in the media, the propagandist media, and all. So we've got to look at this as a rancher would look at cattle. If you have good fat cows, you do good. And if they're free to travel, you have free range cows. Meat's better. Not no chemicals, no biodiversity, no nothing in it. It's just free. If you have locked up caged animals and you're feeding them, as some feedlots do, feeding them cow shit, recycled cow shit, and that you have E. coli building up in the cows and kids getting sick. This is liberalism, where kids are getting sick.
Let's go back to Harney County a little bit. Now that Ammon and his brother Ryan and the rest of them have been arrested, and
On what charges? Oh, impeding a
yeah,
police officer in his line of duty. What was their duty?
no, I understand that. I agree with that. My question goes to what's going to happen now in Harney County that you don't have the group of occupiers, you don't have the militia here in town. Most of them have left, not all of them. They seem to be leading the way. What about the Committee of Safety? Do you think they'll be able to pick up the banner and
Oh yeah, oh yeah, they will.
tell us
They're-
what you know about the committee and what they're
I
planning?
just do not.
Okay,
They're safe.
no,
They're safe.
that's fine.
Because,
I
what she's
think
referring-
people want to know.
Yeah.
All
What she's referring to is a body of American citizens that's following the Constitution. That's going through the Constitution, word by word, and following the Constitution. But yet, these are a threat to America Inc. And America Inc. is out to destroy them. As you said, Bundy's are arrested. We got 4 men, and 3 men and a pregnant woman, 3 men and a woman with child at the refuge. Now, the government will go in and kill them with that.
we talked to her. She said she's not pregnant. So that was a rumor that came from the internet, and it was actually somebody else that left.
Oh, that's too bad. Now, is that she's not pregnant. It's too bad because then they will think highly more of killing her. If they're pregnant, they might back on somebody from killing her. Nah, but the American people has got to realize that that buildup, and I've showed you last time we talked, and I showed you what they do if you try to approach that certain line. They come out with their gun. The airport, all that might, all that artillery. I've heard there's 5 warehouses set up with munitions and that to take care of the people. They're not here for the Bundys. They were not brought here for the Bundys. They were here to show us and intimidate us. If we speak out, they will shut us down.
Have you heard there was another death?
Yes, I did. And Shauna's
Son-in-law, actually. My
Yeah.
first report was brother,
no,
but
it's
it's
son-in-law.
actually a
It was
son-in-law.
Shauna called her husband and daughter to remove the weapons out of their house because the FBI said she's got to have the weapons out of her house. So her daughter contacted her husband and had him to remove the weapons, but he never made it. Okay, you just received news from your mother-in-law to remove the weapons out. You're not going to lay down and go to sleep. And there was a big fire that burned him, killed him. Did the fire kill him, or was he killed by another source? Was he killed by the FBI over there, shutting him down, so he didn't remove the weapons?
And that only happened this weekend.
Yeah.
I believe Shauna never got back to
No,
her family.
no. She's got an ankle on. She's going to arraignment, I think is what they call it, arraignment. And she's headed to arraignment today. But yeah, her son-in-law got killed. So there's 2 murders that the FBI has done. Now, they'll cover it up. Some of you people believe their lies. The boy was killed. They said he had a gun. He did not have a gun. He was killed by our government, by the state police of Oregon. I demand all people in the United States that's listening to this to write letters to the Oregon State Police that has to show videos, tapes, anything of a crime if it's requested. Write our congressmen here in Oregon. Get these lazy fat slobs to do their job and get them to work. That what happened up there was murder, plain and simple assassination. They took out the spokesman of the Bundys. They had it premeditated. They had it planned. I love the word they used, play on words, simple traffic stop. And simple routine traffic stop. You had snipers sitting in the trees. You had roadblocks. You had white nail strips set out. There was no simple routine traffic stop there. This was a premeditated murder. They set it up to murder. Why would this United States military men and women, you should be ashamed of this. Our military code of conduct is to provide aid to anybody shot on the battlefield, to comfort them and to make sure that they're not wounded and dying, that you comfort them in their last days. Geneva Convention also states that. The boy laid there. Look at all the pictures they send. You will not see any tracks to his body but his own. Why the cops were shooting the hell out of a car with 2 women, 1 woman, 1 young lady that there's debate if she was 18 or if she was 17 going on 18. But 2 women in a car. They were blowing the hell out of the car. They got it out of this county. They hid it in Bend, in the building over in Bend for a short time. It's been moved. We ain't been able to track it down. Why are they afraid of showing that vehicle full of bullet holes? This was Bonnie and Clyde BS. This was a government going nuts, going crazy.
Yeah, we found out something. It was a couple of days ago. Probably the only reason they didn't waste everybody at that first stop is somebody just happened to be coming down that road and came up on the first stop, and they got a picture that was shown on BBC where the Jeep had the back window shot out while the guys were laying on the ground.
Yep. Yeah, they came out of the road up there by, if you know that country, there's a little rest area park thing right there, and they stopped. The initial stop was there, Well, all the shooting was going on. Lavoy thought of one thing. It wasn't a runaway, get away from the cop. It was to protect those women and
Yeah.
shot that child. Get away from the gun. It's like anybody else. If somebody's shooting at me, I'm going to run to help.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. As far as I'm concerned, that was a kill box turkey shoot.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. And they had a nail strip set up, and Lavoy hit the nail strip, and you can see he's going out in the uncontrolled because he's lost his tires, going out in the snowbank uncontrolled. That cop that was hiding behind her, that everybody's saying, oh, he tried to run over a cop. That cop jumped out to jump over to shoot him. That cop had an alternative. He wasn't being, oh, the poor victim. That cop was out to kill him and stop him. And Lavoy got out of the car, walked over with his hands up. And if you watch that video real close, everybody says he went for a gun. He was shot right here. If you're shot, take a pencil and point it right here into you're going to move away from that shot. Brought his hand down and he spun a bit. Then he brought his hands back up. There was no gun in his hand. You cannot put, he was wearing my type coat. He's wearing this type of coat. You cannot put a gun into this pocket and reach over with this one and try to get it out. It's not feasible. Lavoy wore a holster here. He wore a holster under here. He never had nothing down here.
Yeah, we have a guy that actually works with a lot of police over here, and he had heard that one of the guys that was there at that last stop, one of the OSP, had told. Now this is hearsay, and I'm still waiting for verification, but it's going to be hard to get. But he said that Lavoy didn't say just shoot me. He said they just shot me.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Yep.
Which makes a hell of a lot more sense.
Yeah. I heard that.
That puts a whole different spin on it.
But he was why he moved away from that vehicle? Lavoy was a gentleman. Lavoy was a hero. He moved the fire away from the ladies. He moved away to protect those ladies. And he moved away to protect those ladies.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, you would have done. That's it. Nah.
You know, and I've been stung before, and it's like it feels like a little prick, and then it just catches on fire because you just had a 250-degree piece of lead go through you. I mean, it's horrible. So.
Keep in mind too, the type of ammunition that's being standard issue that in those ARs and those weapons that they were using out there are full metal jacket. They don't expand like a hunt rifle does. They go through, and that it's more of a sting than an actual explosion or to throw you back with the expansion of the lead. So
yeah, that's what I was saying.